Alright guys, so what's up? I'm on this 11 horsepower, and if you look, I got a problem there where our intake side valve is stuck. So what I'm going to do, and I'm going to fully take this head off. If it comes off, I'm not too sure. Might be internal, but take that valve off. See if I could clean it up, polish this inside out, take all the rust out. Then we're going to put this valve right back in, turn her over, let her see what she looks like, how she sounds, and then decide from there if this engine's good or if it's trash. Right, so I currently open up this 12 horse, and my governor was just kind of just flopping around in here like this. Me and you both know that ain't good. There's some metal in the bottom of the pan, so this is the governor. I will be deleting the governor, but I will be watching the RPMs that I don't send a rod out to the side of this block. So this is the governor. Now, a lot of people say, oh, you should run governors, but this is what I have to say about that. So now, people also have some different opinions on running this little stick that comes through here. What this does is this runs up against your governor, and this pushes down. That comes out through the side of your block, running off of, I think, a 10 millimeter nut that you usually pry this open here, this crack, to take this off to slide this whole bolt assembly, whatever you want to call it, rod out. Then you'll take this whole plate off. These two bolts here are 8s, and to assemble your whole throttle, I think that's a 10 there. So, but I'm going to take the cam out. Also, for the newbies on here, because I messed this up when I was starting to do engines and stuff. So what you want to do is you always want to make sure is when you pull this, that your two dots are lining up. So as you can see, my one dot is right there. Oil's just inside of it. So make sure those are lined up. As you can see, mine's not lined up, but I don't know if I can turn it, but no. The flywheel is sitting up on a tire in the tractor frame right now, so it's kind of hard to turn it right now. But when you take this out and make sure this dot on the crank pulley and this dot on the camshaft are lined up when you pull it. And then when you put it back together, make sure it's in timing too. So I'm going to do that. Everything in here, by the way, looks reasonably okay. I looked at the rod. I looked how it was in motion. It looked good. The only thing that kind of gave me a warning was that intake valve. So I also have other intake valves if I need to do that. But we're gonna get this all cleaned up. We're gonna take a look at it. We're gonna see what we got to do, and then we'll go from there. All right, guys. So I just want to give you guys a quick little update and some tips. Number one, never ever, if you're trying to get this stuck valve out right here, never touch this valve seat. Because if you do, your inner wall where your mating surfaces that your intake valve meets this to your seat here will smack and create pressure, and then eventually your engine's gonna blow up. So what I did is I opened up my cover here, and I obviously got my valve spring compressor 9000 that I made. It's just a piece of flat bar, and I cut 2 slits in it with a hole in there, and I got in here. I put a piece of paper towel and some foam right there. Oh, let me see, about right there in that area, and kind of pried up against it. Now I do kind of see it is kind of, I don't know if you can see that, beveled down a little bit. I'm not worried about that because I'm using RTV, so it should be just fine. I saw that and inspected it, so not really too worried about it. But right now I'm trying to work on getting this valve out, and that's what I've just been doing, trying to kind of give her some love, prying her a little bit. So yeah, I'm gonna get this out. We're gonna inspect it, see if I can clean it, and then go from there. All right, so I got the valve put back in, got the spring put back in. Oh, wrong side, sorry. It's all in, clips in, everything. I recommend you guys to really make this valve compressor tool, both sides. It's really nice. All I needed to really use was that valve compressor tool, and then use a flathead to pound it kind of into place. But everything's sitting flat where I want it, which is really good. So I'm gonna throw all this back together, throw the gaskets on it, and hopefully it turns over good. So I'm back. Just gonna say that I got the bottom end oil pan all situated. It's RTV. This breather's RTV. These are bolted down to 26 foot-pounds. Oil pan bolts are not bolt down to 26 foot-pounds. I know that's kind of high, but they took them, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Like I said, this is just kind of like a putz around the yard, shitbox type of motor. So I have a cool little tip I'm going to put on this if it works. If not, then I'll just leave it as this and have a good amount of back pressure. I'm going to see if I can get away with running no exhaust gasket. I've done it a few times. It's increased torque a little bit, but other than that, it's really not nothing noticeable. I just wanted to get it done. I also hope it don't crack the head, but like I said, I'll just throw this block away. I'm not really worried about it. Just kind of experimenting on it, honestly. But the carb setup here, I don't know if I showed you guys this, but I have the Mikuni all taken apart. By the way, if you get these Mikunis off of Amazon or just genuine Mikunis, don't put a lot, but I like to lube the inside of this up just so that throttle, right now, fucking phone, just so that throttle slide goes up and down easier and doesn't rub and create metal inside the engine, metal shavings. But this is the idea of what I would like to do. And then have the PCV kind of sit a little bit more better up because it looks like it's starting to come out. So what I would like to do, move that up. And just remember, I'll probably have this PCV all supported up and stuff, but because like I said, it's starting to bend and stuff, so I'll have to situate it and shit. But this is what I'm kind of aiming for, something like this. So I'm gonna situate all that, see how it looks, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I did get done getting this old Craftsman lt1000 all done. I got the 11 horsepower on it. Some of the sticker on there just for extra horsepower. But I got the breather all supported up, so it's not just hanging there. Got the carb all bolted up. Everything's bolted up. It's all spec'd down. I'm not going to start on this video just because I want that RTV to fully cure for about 2 days. That way I know it actually formed a gasket. So I'm going to let that do its thing. I got to pack up all my tools and head back in and just do it tomorrow.